Zoom meeting right now, so this is fun.
Uh-oh. You can do the Chinese review if you want, unless you.
I don't want to. The thing is, I don't want it.
Hi, Elizabeth.
But like, they want us to take notes for grades, and I was like, okay then.
You guys have questions on this test? I mean, on this thing?
Yeah, Mr. Kim.
I forgot about that.
For the test, will it count for anything? Because I know some of my teachers said that like they're not allowed to put in grades or something. So like, is this test gonna count for anything?
Well, let me double check that. I know what you mean. They want us to like not, but I mean, I don't understand it, you know?
Okay, now it works.
Because I remember my Spanish teacher said that they're not allowed to input grades until they know for sure that everyone has access to like technology and stuff.
Yeah, right now they're like figuring out a lot of things. Like there's a lot of options, and so we haven't decided yet as a district. I mean, not as a district, but we haven't decided as a school how we're gonna grade you guys. They're saying not to hurt your grades. Some people are saying you can't get a worse grade than your third quarter grade. So, but I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Maybe at least could it not be worth like double points?
I know, right? What the heck?
Yeah, and I don't know how. I don't know. I hope you guys don't cheat, but I don't know how I can regulate that.
Well, what's gonna be on the test? Like pages from the book or any study guide?
I feel like it's gonna be like the worksheets that we did. So all the worksheets that we did, it might be multiple choice like this. I'm not sure, but it'll be timed. So like I'm thinking it'll be like an assignment, just like on Edmodo. But then it'll start at one point and it'll end after 1 hour.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And so
multiple choice.
I'm not sure.
Can we do it on a separate piece of paper if we don't have a printer?
Wait, isn't it on like Illuminate?
Yeah, you probably would all do it on a separate paper, and then you guys would take a picture of it, I guess, and post it.
Oh, so you just get
I don't know. I'll figure it out by Friday, but and then I'll even ask about testing and stuff, how other teachers are doing tests. So I don't know. I really
teachers to avoid like cheating, they're just saying like you can do open notes now because they know we're gonna cheat, so they're just like giving in.
Right.
Or they don't have tests. Like for example, my English teacher, she's been giving us more projects. So
yeah, maybe we'll do like a big project or something.
Why?
I'd rather do a test.
Grace, what are you saying, Grace?
I feel like the time like is so limited and we don't have time to cheat.
Oh, like 1 hour?
It's like
the thing is like several of you guys can be on the phone or you guys could be Zooming amongst yourselves and it's just too easy to kind of. And if one of you guys knows the answer.
I don't know, like, because I feel like most teachers are waiting. They're not having tests yet.
Fine,
all of my teachers are having tests. What kind of teachers do you have, Grace? Can I have your classes?
You want Miss Hamilton?
No,
maybe no test, but then maybe we should do a project.
Okay.
No drama, please.
Because then that's based on participation and hard work versus
Yeah, and I think the project I would want it to be like maybe a PowerPoint project or some kind of you guys can use PowerPoint, you guys can use like what's the other ones that people use these days?
Google Slides?
Yeah, Google Slides.
You're
things
such
like that.
a boomer, Mr. Kim.
I feel like you should transition to Google Classroom because it'll be easier to turn into work.
Yeah, no. You're really...
I've tried using that. Remember, I tried getting you guys to join and it never worked.
What?
just
You
failed.
never did?
And
Try it again.
Oh, he did.
No,
Flora,
he
he did.
didn't. No,
It
he
was
didn't.
terrible. It was terrible.
I tried in like
Ask Brian.
one of the
Brian will help.
periods and it didn't work. Yeah, Brian. I had Brian help, but then he wasn't able to do it either. It was weird.
No, he helped my Mandarin teacher do it, and she has no idea how to use like technology. Like what? Like
I had
zero.
like a join code, but then whenever you guys try to join, it didn't work.
I didn't know he has 2 emails. This is creepy.
Because if we turn in the Google Slides, you wouldn't be able to access it on Emoto. Because we need PowerPoint then in order for you to access it.
PowerPoint sucks. I hate it.
Exactly.
Okay, so there's a bunch of people that join. Oh shoot, people are waiting in the waiting room.
Oh my god, Rachel's complaining.
I see the
That's
numbers
why.
going up. You just forgot about them like that.
Yeah, you just forgot about them. Shame.
How does that work?
What, forgetting
Okay.
about people?
All right, so they're all in now, I think.
Hi, Rachel.
Oh my god, Rachel.
Where's Rachel?
Rachel, show yourself, cow.
Yeah. Rachel, where are you? You like my background, Rachel?
Everyone should show themselves. What is this?
Okay.
Hiding and muted.
My camera isn't working.
Everyone's hiding. You're like, stop.
Sunny, you dyed your hair.
Wait, what?
Sunny dyed his hair.
Oh my
I
god.
need to get a haircut. Who knows how to cut my hair?
Just randomly cut it. No one's coming out. Nobody,
Yeah. My
I
mom's
literally-
gonna chop all my hair off.
my aunt cut my hair, and she had no experience.
Show yourself, Flora. Show
No.
yourself.
No.
Do it.
No.
Do it. Do it. Put a background.
No.
Let's see
How
you.
do I need to make it so it admit people automatically. I don't want to keep clicking that. Okay, do you guys have questions on the homework?
I completely forgot about what I even did. It's been so long.
Yeah, that was last week.
Should we
Yeah,
just
it's
do
been
like
a
a few
while.
problems?
The homework was basically a review of the past lessons itself.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
remember what that is.
This homework is actually, it was pretty hard, wasn't it?
Mary asked if we can do number 15.
15?
My computer glitches for some reason when I touch the phone. My phone doesn't compute with my computer for some reason, so it glitches every time. So I
What
can't
is
even.
the percent ionization?
I don't even know.
No, I will not become a potato, Flora.
How can Daimi even become a potato? That is the
I'm
question.
already a potato. You underestimate me.
Okay,
Wow.
you guys.
Then you
Yes,
just fulfilled
right.
like first wish.
Flora, then you become a carrot.
Screen share.
Fine, I'll change mine to a potato. I don't have a potato picture.
I need to screen share this, but
Screen sharing. Okay.
Wow.
I
Oh,
need to do
interesting.
this.
Daimi,
yes.
I'm still mad about you not watching Bang Bang Con.
I'm sorry. My mom wouldn't let me. I literally
I'm
asked her.
sorry.
Okay, do you guys see the screen or
Yes.
I wish I didn't.
what does it look like?
It looks like
Disgusting.
green.
This is good.
Yeah, dude.
Good. Yeah. It says good.
I like your wall decorations, Mr. Kim.
What is it?
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't know. I just
Okay,
know that's a wall decoration.
let's try number 15, and you guys all have the worksheet from before.
No.
No.
I lost it.
Well, you can go
I
on
felt
it.
that.
You can go on Emoto and you can look it up. But
Okay.
I'm gonna do number 15. real
Emoto's
quick,
disgusting.
Okay.
I had to move some stuff.
Okay, number 15. They give you the KA, right? So they say KA is this, okay? KA is 3.0 times 10 to the negative 8. Okay, that's the KA. That's a dissociation constant. That's like, it's a constant, but that's how much HClO, when you throw it in water, that's how often, in a way, it does not how often it breaks apart, but it's a constant that represents how often it breaks apart. And so the question is, what is the percent ionization? What is the percent of HClO that's going to break apart? Okay, and they tell me that the molarity is 0.015 molarity. And it tells me at 25 degrees Celsius, they're all at 25 degrees Celsius. It just happens to be what needs to be the temperature for that Ka. So you could just ignore that. You can just ignore the 25 degrees Celsius. Now,
Wait, are we recording this?
Oh, am I not? Uh-oh.
It doesn't have. Oh. It's okay. Nothing really happened, right?
How do I record?
In
Okay.
Zoom, it says record.
Oh, I think it's recording. It
It's
says
recording now, right? Okay,
Yeah.
ready? Okay.
No, it says.
Okay, so I'm recording now. All right, so you guys remember the equation. The equation is really simple. I mean, you can do the whole icebox thing, and essentially you're supposed to, but really the equation ends up being this every single time. So this is a huge shortcut. And again, I realize if I'm not gonna even test you on this, I mean, we're just gonna do this just so you learn it. And then I will give you a way. I'll give you a way to I'll tell you by like maybe I'll figure out by Wednesday or something. So just hold tight and then we'll figure out what project to do.
Oh, I like project.
Okay, so just to confirm for the people who came in later, we're not going to have a test, right? We'll have a project instead?
Yeah, we'll just do a project.
When is that? Wait, I'm
something.
sorry.
A
When's the
project. The project. I'll let you know. It might be. Olive. Guys, how do you change it so it always admits people?
Oh no. Are you asking us?
I don't want
Mr.
to
Sass.
enable waiting room.
Mr. Kim, as an early birthday gift, can I please not have a project due this week?
Oh, it's your birthday.
I will cry
Happy
if there's a
birthday.
project.
Next week. Don't worry. It's cool.
Talking about birthdays makes me want to cry.
I'm sorry.
You guys, so x squared.
What projects?
It pretty much comes down to x squared, and then this number always goes right here, 0.015. And there's the minus x in the denominator, but usually we ignore that minus x, right? So essentially, you guys, you're looking at this equation over and over again. It's like the same thing over. It's so easy if you just jump right there. You can jump all the steps and jump there. You do have to check though that x is really small compared to 0.015. It needs to be less than 5% of 0.015. And essentially that's what they're asking for here. They're asking for what percent is gonna get ionized. So they're asking for x, I believe. So Ka is 3.0 times 10 to the negative 8 equals x squared over, remember there was a minus x in the denominator, but we're going to ignore it for now. There was a minus x, but we're going to ignore this, saying that x is so small. Okay? Now what do? You multiply these two numbers, because you have to multiply 0.015 to both sides. And so on my calculator, I'm going to go 3e to the negative 8 power times 0.015. And then you got to square root that. And I get x is equal to 0.000021213. Okay? Something like that. We'll round to 2 sig figs later. You know how the original number has 2 sig figs here? So your final answer should probably have only 2 sig figs, but we'll keep all the digits for now. So that's x. That's how much like H plus we get. That's how much of these are gonna break apart. The question is what percent? The question they're asking you is what percent is this of this? What percent is that of that? So how do you solve that? What you have to do is it's this, right? It's this x. Okay, how you find percent ionization? I'll write that right now. Is percent ionization. Okay, that is equal to x over HA, the original concentration of the acid. So the original concentration of the acid is this. This right here is HA, and X is that. So I'm gonna put 0. Oh, and you have to multiply by 100, right? You gotta multiply this by 100 because you want a percent. So this divided by 0.015 times 100, and I'm gonna round to 2 sig figs. Does everybody get an answer?
I don't remember.
I get 0.14 as my final answer. And so the answer would be E. So you divide those two numbers times 100 and it becomes 0.14. Okay, so that's number 15. I mean, really, essentially, you guys, you just have to keep jumping to this. So far, I haven't seen any use of quadratic equation. So you just literally have to just jump to this equation over and over. Ka is equal to, you know what I mean? Like this one, this equation. Ka is equal to x squared over the number they give you, the concentration of the acid, and then you just solve for x. Usually they give you Ka, and then you plug that in and solve for x. Or sometimes they give you pH. If they give you a pH, you can find x, because you know what x is, right? Essentially, x is H plus concentration. X is H plus concentration. So if you find, you know how pH is equal to, you know how pH is equal to, Ka is equal to 10 to the negative pH power. You can always plug in 10 to the negative pH power, and that'll give you H plus, which is X. Yay? Nay?
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions on this homework? You guys are all, you guys just stay home and stuff?
Yeah.
I sleep.
Sleep, a lot of sleeping.
Gone out ever since school ended.
Are you serious?
Yes. I'm
It doesn't drive you,
100% serious.
it doesn't drive you crazy?
I have
It does.
been crazy for the last
The Sims. You have The Sims. Mister, you have Steam.
I'm doing good. Oh shoot, there's more people that needed to be admitted.
Oh my god.
You had one job, Mister.
How do you do it? Okay, so those of you guys that are joining, just hold off on the test on Friday. We're not gonna really. I guess I should send out a remind.
Yeah.
I guess teachers are kind of not giving out tests, and I'm okay with that final project, which I want you to make it look really nice. I think it's probably going to be like a PowerPoint presentation. I mean, I usually do a poster project.
No. No.
No.
No, I'm not going to, because you'd have to go out and buy to do that. But I think instead of that, it should be like it should be all on computer. So that's why I was saying a PowerPoint, or
Okay.
So
I'm sure there's other online project stuff you can find too. Yeah.
I read the chat. What are you guys chatting about? No, I mean, but yeah, you guys can do. Yeah, it's gonna be like a PowerPoint presentation. I think it's gonna be really like wide spectrum. Like I don't think I'm gonna make it so specific, but of course it has to be science. But something that you find interesting, like some of you might find GMOs really interesting, genetically modified organisms, like how that is infiltrated all of our food systems in the market. Some of you guys might want to do COVID-19. Like, what the heck is this? Like, has this been around before? It's been around. It's been in bats for years, you know, and it's been in other animals for years, and yet it's found a way to jump into the human society. You guys, one of you guys can decide, but then everyone has to have a different topic. So you're gonna tell me for approval. I think I'm gonna have like a thread. You know, we'll have like maybe a
How
note
about you
thread
make
or
a
something.
Google Doc for each period, and then write all of our
Yeah.
names on it?
Like a
Okay.
spreadsheet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of works. And so everybody has to have a different topic. But these are just ones that I'm just thinking off the top of my head, right?
Can I do the science behind Jun Jungkook's abs?
I play Roblox.
My God.
All this quarantine has done is make all my friends become
You
K-pop
play
stans.
Roblox, Mr. Kim?
Me.
Kim, do you play Roblox?
Mr. Kim, why do you play Roblox?
Jungkook's abs.
Mr. Kim, do you do it just to bully the 10-year-olds?
I felt that.
No, it's because like I have friends with kids and I
Oh.
Aw.
Do you
You have
bully them?
Steam on your computer.
bully them. They bully me. They're so good. They just kill me in that game. I don't know what to play. I have a restaurant tycoon too.
Oh my God. Taste.
Anyways, so that like your project could be on the last pandemic. I think it was like the early 1916 or something. Like it was like
1918.
1918. I mean, imagine it was, and you know they say that it was like 100 million people died.
What?
Doing on diseases?
Kidding?
100 million people died
Is
off
this
the
the Black
planet
Death?
in 19.
No, the Black Death was way back.
Oh. Was it the influenza pandemic?
Spanish. Yeah, influenza.
Yeah, it's a Spanish flu, probably.
The first case of Spanish influenza was in Kansas. So
How do you?
Why you know that?
Farm
because
people.
locals on Twitter are coming at me for it.
What the heck?
You a communist?
Mr. Kim, someone called
I
me a
have no
Satanist.
idea what side of Twitter you are on. I've never been called a communist ever.
I was
Mr. Kim,
putting
make
my-
a Google
my fan cam
Classroom.
under Trump's
It'll be
face.
so much easier.
Google Classroom.
Yeah. Because if we make a slide, we're gonna have to turn in a PowerPoint in order for you to access it.
Okay, I'll try doing that. But like I said, I know what Brian was saying to use the other email, but I've been using my school email to create Google Classroom, and then I try to have you guys join with the join code, and the join code always
They asked
never
Miss
works.
Hamilton. She's really good with like tech stuff as a teacher.
No, she's not.
Yes,
I mean, Brian helped.
Oh,
someone
damn
fix
shame.
it.
It's
Brian
really
can help.
easy, but I just don't understand why it wasn't working.
Ask Brian.
So you know, some other examples. What other examples can you guys think of? I mean, like I said, 1918, 100 million people died on this planet. That's
Does
like
it have to be scientifically related?
that's like 15. That's like 15 Holocausts.
Yeah.
Do any diseases. Just
Can
do
I
any
like
diseases.
this and
No,
make
but
it
these are just one example. Another example you guys can do, and I'm talking about just science as a whole and environmental.
Doc,
It could be
no.
environmental too.
He
Like,
Oh, so it has make
like-
your PowerPoint about anything as long as it's like STEM related.
Yeah, and I hope that you choose something also that also part of your. I'll give you guys like an outline, but one part would be like how you can connect it with something that's happening recently.
or how to fix it.
Like no, like what's a new age thought? There's a new age thought on like genetics. It's called epigenetics. Like epigenetics says that based on based on like what you lived through in your life, that actually like your experiences, right? Like your experiences in your life some geneticists believe they can get tagged into your genes.
What do you mean tagged?
In other words, like your kids, like let's say you had a really stressful life, like you lived very stressful, like maybe wartime, right? Like, and then when
That
you have
explains a
when
lot.
and when you have your own kids, your genes that you had, like they don't change, but some of them turn on and off, and based on your experiences, it can get passed on to your own kids.
Isn't it not true though? Like before, because they say your like life experiences have nothing to do with your genes. Is that
Right.
a new way of thinking about
Yeah,
it?
that's what I'm saying. It's a very new thought. It's called epigenetics.
But is it
And
true?
from experimentation, they can see that how it's true. They've done research on mice, and it shows clearly that it does get passed on. Same thing with like the potato famine that you guys learned about. Those people, their traumatic experiences, you can see generations down the line how it's affected their genetic makeup, not their actual genes, but what genes are turned on and off. Like we have so many genes, right? That not all of it is really used. Some of it is turned on, some of it's turned off, and there's these switches called these methyl groups are switching on and off these genes based on your experience, which then gets passed on. It's like this weird thing. So
Let's use CRISPR.
So again, that's just one other topic, just a random one I just throwing out there. Other ones could be like water quality, like overfishing, um, you know, how dinosaurs. Even if you love dinosaurs, you can go all the way to how dinosaurs, like you know how they became extinct, what happened to them, why are they
How
gone?
many slides does the PowerPoint have to be? Or will you make like a rubric for it?
Yeah, I'll probably write it all up and I'll post it.
So like basically the slides are basically about so science related. Can it be like problems that was solved with science or something? I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. And how it did it, how science contributed to fixing that problem. What else?
I
What
did
are
a
some
science
other
of demons. Is that okay?
science of what?
Demons exist.
Demons?
That's
Um,
sleep paralysis.
no, I don't think so. I think some people have done sleep paralysis in the past, but there's a science behind it all. Even sleep paralysis.
I want to do a sleep paralysis. That's
But
fun.
But trust me, you want to make sure you choose a topic that has a lot of stuff you can talk about. If you run out of stuff after like 2 slides, it's not that good.
Pathological lying. I don't know.
But I'll probably send out a list too of some of my own ideas that I continually have.
Make a lot.
When can we do the topic actually? Like, right?
When can you pick? Hi, Athena. You're muted.
Nuclear weapons.
What are you eating?
Oh my god, you have nuclear weapons.
I'm eating yogurt.
Oh my god, the echo.
I didn't eat lunch yet, you guys.
I miss Day Cafe, Mr. Kim.
Ooh, Day Cafe.
Mr. Kim, when'd you wake up? Feels like you woke up at like
vibe.
Feels like you woke up at 12.
Fine, Diamond.
Am I wrong though?
No,
Oh,
I woke
Mr.
up.
Kim, Mel said hi.
I woke up like 11:30 today.
Oh, he just ignores you. Mr. Kim, do you want to say hi to Mel?
That.
I slept at 10.
Mr. Kim, you're hella tired.
Can you
No, I slept 13 and a half hours somehow.
Jesus
Christ.
What?
I felt that.
You're hibernating.
It's not every day. It's just this last. It's just yesterday.
Sure.
Anyways,
Sure.
what are some topics?
Talk about problems in this world.
Seashells.
Nuclear weapons.
Yeah, epigenetics. You guys can talk about evolution. if you really want. I know it's chemistry, but you can even go. You can even go into the biology realm if you want. What else? One group one time like did like Tesla technology, like the battery, like the car battery, like how it's made, how it works, how it's good for the environment, how it's bad for the environment. You might think it's only good, but there's actually some bad, because you got to get rid of the battery somehow, somewhere, eventually, and those things are not. You can't just destroy those batteries. They're gonna end up in a minefield somewhere, a landfill. I mean, what is that? Edmund, what's up with that background?
I'm dying.
Is that you, Edmund?
Yeah.
What just happened? I left for 2 seconds.
Yeah, let's see. What else is there? I used to have so many more ideas.
Our brains are slowly turning into mush, Mr. Kim. You're
living in a simulation.
Observe it slowly.
Oh no. What's sciencey stuff?
You guys follow what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
You guys getting some ideas? No, but epigenetics is pretty cool. You can talk about but don't go too crazy off the thing. Some people do like dreams. Like I get it, but there isn't that much science, like real science behind dreams, Like,
Mr. Kim.
How dare you offend me and my dream journal?
Wait, Mr. Kim, I do the science behind bullet journaling.
Excuse me.
That's not a science, Ivy.
Is that relaxation?
Now it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I can't tell who that is. Is it Twice?
No, it's IOI.
Oh.
Wait, Mr. Kim.
Why are so many of you guys muted?
Is this a
non-video?
No one wants to talk.
Huh?
Is this a group project?
Flora, where are you?
Yeah,
What? What do you? Now you want to hear me talk? But whatever.
Yeah, I want to see you. Where's your carrot background?
I didn't even hear you talk yet.
What do you mean? Yes, you did.
Oh, that was you?
Oh, okay.
I wasn't sure who it was. It didn't sound like you. You sound a little different on that.
Wait, Mr. Kim, are we done?
We're just talking about.
Do you guys want to do another question, or are you guys okay?
I'm good, honestly.
Okay, so bottom line, well, it might cut off anyway soon. They told me it's 40 minutes this time, so we have 6 minutes.
Let's test it out.
Yeah, so no test Friday.
Mama
I want you to honestly think of a good topic that you want to do a project on. It could be anything science related, but I really want you to look up some things that are happening today, like modern science.
There's millions of
So can we do it on like diseases or like syndromes or something like that?
Yeah, people have done it on like schizophrenia.
Okay.
People have done it on psychopaths. Like what makes people psychopaths? Like, I don't know.
Can you provide some lists just in case?
Can you make the Google so that we can write our idea down? If you don't have to, just like Google interesting science ideas for projects.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Oh my god! Wow, so creative.
Very original.
Well, what should I do? Google Classroom?
Yeah, Google Classroom.
When is it due, you said?
Yeah, when does it due?
I don't know. You guys will have plenty of time. It's gonna have to be before the end of May, but I'm thinking almost giving you a month from today.
Oh my god,
that's a lot. That's a lot.
Like as extra as possible, then, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I want it really good. I want it look really nice. I don't know how many slides, maybe 10. I don't know, but still, you have like a whole month though. You know what I mean? So.
So it is individual premises.
And then we can still Zoom every once in a while.
Do it on lasers.
I can see your faces, and if you guys have questions about your own project, then we can do that.
1 month. That means I have to put in a lot of effort because 1 month.
1
of
month. That
effort.
means I'm doing it the last
Oh,
week of
People
school.
are not gonna start to the very like last day,
Yeah,
right?
I like your
Maybe it
washing
should just
machine,
be
Mr.
2 weeks
Kim.
then. You're right, Zinnia.
I like your
No, but
washing machine, Mr. Kim.
maybe it should be shorter time,
1 week.
and maybe I don't know. You guys are killing
My
me.
teacher gave us like.
You're supposed to have a test Friday, okay?
Yo.
Look at Edmund's.
I like how you give us a month, and my math teacher gives us 2 days to do a project.
Isn't it an essay?
Oh yeah, essay like 1 day. Do
Well, you know what? You guys have APs, right? Well, a lot of you guys have just SWAP or more.
I have WAP and then I have 3 honest classes, including yours, Sister Kim.
All right. Well, so
We're thriving.
Yay.
We're thriving.
well, that's why maybe you guys should just focus on your AP. But still, we're gonna do this project
APs
thing.
are really
I
stressful.
hate my AP.
Imagine taking APs.
Testing is so confusing.
So APs are gonna be what? May 11th to 22nd. When
I don't
when
want to know.
When is your WAP one? Do you know?
It's 21st, I think.
21st.
It's around 11. It starts at 11
Okay.
a.m. in the morning. The test.
And then 45 minutes to write entire essay. Actually, 30.
Yeah.
Hasn't Miss Fu trained you for that already, though?
Not really.
Oh,
Not time.
yay.
Not time. I know how to plan it out, just not the time. The
You get
time.
an extra 5 minutes to turn it in, but still.
I have 6 minutes per paragraph. Right, I have 15 minutes to sort out the documents.
Sarah, I believe in you.
Okay, I believe in you too, but will you take my belief in you?
Why are we talking about this again?
Yeah. What are they doing? I don't know. So should I do a Google Classroom then for you guys?
Yes.
To share your thing?
You need like help setting it up. Maybe like someone can help.
Brian.
Brian, please.
We rely
Yeah.
on Brian
Somebody.
too much.
Brian said yeah. He's in the chat.
Didn't Brian make a video on
No, I think I know I can do it. It's just I tried before and it just won't do it for some reason.
Share it, the code on Edmodo for us to see.
Per period. Okay, so I'll create Google Classroom in the next couple of days, and then you guys will see it, join there, and then I'll probably have like a Google sheet in there.
And we can sign up.
Yeah, and just have a list of what topics you're thinking of. But at least for the next 2 days, think on your own, and I want you to like maybe look up cool things that you're interested in that you want to make your project on. It's gonna be like a PowerPoint, 10-page
My
PowerPoint.
brain is
something like
empty. I find nothing interesting anymore.
that. Wait, there's so many cool things out there, you guys.
I have no idea. What is
go
cool?
outside, can we?
What is interesting besides what you told us?
What? I barely
like
said a few things.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, because you don't know anything else that's
What?
What?
That's you, huh, Flora?
She said that.
No, it was Dimey.
What? Flora said that.
Dimey's twisting it.
Flora's bullying me.
One person did like a thing like what's it called? Like using Mars as a planet. There's a lot of stuff out there.
Space is fun.
But
Is Mars
that's a
not a
little
planet?
far fetched though. Mars as used as a planet, but
You can do like the history of exploring space, new technology that's been developed to explore space.
yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Does
Definitely.
technology count? Please tell me it counts.
Technology technically is science.
That's STEM, yeah.
Technology.
Okay. Because I like neuroscience and psychology. So
Can I do the ecology of whales?
Do it. That makes so cute. You get little whales. Oh.
You're doing 10 slides on whales. Nice.
Yes.
Here, my name's Sinu, and I'm gonna demonstrate a whale call.
Yeah. Whales are very large, and they swim in water.
Oh, thank you.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and they're very large. Did I say that? They're very large.
No, Mr. Kim, talk about gene editing.
Oh, didn't we do that
Gene editing?
last year?
Yeah.
Oh. What about it?
Like I don't think it's technically allowed yet because they think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, I borrowed a book from the
I mean,
library.
even like genetically modified
you can
organisms,
see
you
it.
know, they figured out ways to splice like a fish gene into the gene of strawberries because you know strawberries they only grow in the summer because they can't handle the cold of the winter. And so what
Not
a lot of people
strawberries.
did was in the lab they figured out a way that they can incorporate a gene from a fish that can handle really cold temperatures, and they
Yummy.
place that gene into the strawberry gene, and so the strawberries can handle through the winter, and that's why at this point we could pretty much get strawberries 365 days a year, and
Did
that's
it work?
As long as it's good, I'll eat it.
and that's because they're modifying their genes.
So did it work?
It does work, and that's why we have strawberries all year long. But that's the thing, like, is that some people wonder if that's okay. Some people wonder if that's not okay.
We're playing
What,
God.
like, what's gonna be the long term implications, like when we get older, when we become old, or is it gonna do weird things? Is it causing cancer? Like, do cell phones cause cancer? Like, a lot of people are worried about a lot of things. The science is not there yet, but it's stuff to think about. I don't know. There is a lot of cancer going around.
There's everywhere.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Kim, I'm gonna go. Peace out.
Bye, man.
See you, Mr. Kim.
I'll see you all later. We'll do like another Zoom thing later, but
Okay.
I'll try to do the classroom thing in the next day or two. And then, but till then, you guys just think of a topic that you're really interested in. Okay. I'll throw out some ideas too, but just think of a good idea. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Be safe, everyone. Have a great day. Don't
Bye. Bye,
eat
everyone.
good. Eat well.
Get super fat.
Wow.
We're ready super fat.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, Mr. Kid.
Bye. Bye, Madison.
Are we leaving? Bye.
Oh, are we leaving? Bye.
Bye, Mr. Kim.
Bye. Bye, Aslan.
Here to haunt you still.
Bye. Laura. Bye, Jamie.
Hi.
You're still here?
Mr. Kim.
Jamie, you still have my watch?
Yeah.
Yes, Aslan. What did you say?
Hi, Jamie.
Mr. Kim, I'm
Barely
genuinely
wa-
curious
Hi.
to hear like if lasers is actually a good topic.
My boy
Lasers? What kind of lasers?
Yeah, I don't know. I just know there's like a lot of stuff like that has emerged recently in laser
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah, like you can do all sorts. Yeah, like if you're gonna do lasers in general, but then there's things like LASIK. You know, like
Oh
'cause
yeah.
they use lasers, right? I think to shape your eye, your cornea.
That's scary.
Oh,
Yeah, and whatever technology, like new technology there is on that laser thing, should be okay.
yeah, like there's UV lasers now, and like
Oh.
I'm pretty sure the green is either like green or blue lasers like barely came out. Like they barely found a way to make them.
Oh, I see.
And it like made a whole
always
lot
like
of
red.
yeah, it like made a whole lot of new things possible. Like I don't know that all that much about it. I just know there's a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, look into it and see what kind of stuff you can find from it, and then continue it, and then see if there's enough. You know.
I'm gonna gene edit my baby and make him like super handsome.
Oh, like that, right? You were talking about like changing eye color, right? Like deciding on the eye color of your baby.
It's gonna come out looking like an alien.
All right, goodbye, Mr. Kim.
All right, see you, Tony.
Bye.
Okay, bye, everyone.
Bye.
Be safe. Eat a lot. Miss you guys. Bye.
Is he gonna end it or?
Yeah, I'll end it.